Hey everyone, Burleyman Gaming here from the Arena Productions podcast, here with another extra take, Super Mario RPG Remake. So, got the long-awaited remake of Super Mario RPG and here on the Switch, and let's just start off. Graphically, this just looks amazing. The SNES game looked good, but damn, even though the Switch is how many years old now, this game just looks so good. And one of the best things this remake does, and I hope more remakes keep continuing, is the music. They have the option, I have the classic you can hear, but I can switch to the modern at any time and within a few seconds hearing the modern version. But if I don't like the modern, I can just go back, take a few seconds, and go back to the classic. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything in the game in the story here. This is just from a few hours into the story. This game is not a very long RPG. This game's very, very short RPG. You can easily beat it between 15 to 20 hours, which for some of these JRPGs, that's quite short. So just here, this is showing you the world map. There's no big overworld. You're just going from place to place. You can go to some familiar places like the Mushroom Kingdom. One of the cool things is while you're in these towns here, there's stuff to find. You can get an accessory pretty early on called the signal ring, and it'll reveal and it'll say in the top right hand corner there's items in this area so you can find. So because of that, I knew an item was in this area, and I looked and I jumped up here and found that chest. So this game does reward you for searching and looking around. The story is quite good. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's not just the standard Princess Peach captured, you got to go beat Bowser and hooray. Nope, the story does go more in depth, which is nice. So I'm just going to this dungeon here because I know there's some enemies pretty early on, and I can show you the combat. So you'll run into combat here on this little overworld, and then you just get put right into the battle pretty quickly. So you have in battle you have the X button to give your items, so you can use them to do healing, attack, some status effects, and other stuff. But one of the cool things with Super Mario RPG is the freebie mechanic. Use an item, you may get a freebie. So you don't have to be stingy with your items. It's random, so you never know where you get it. The nice thing, I've had times where I revive someone and get an get my revive item back, the pick me up juice. You have the normal attacks, which you just saw there with Gino, and I did because I timed it well. It did spread damage to the other enemy. It's something new with this remake. You also have your specials, which cost flower points. The flower points you can see in the right beside Mario there, 34 out of 34. That's flower points for the whole team. So you don't get many, but if you know what you're doing, you don't need to worry. Plus, you have the whole syrups to recover your flower points. But something new they added, as you saw the little chain there in the little gear circle there on the left with 37% increase, that's so you can use a thing called triple attacks. Once it gets maxed out to 100%, you can use the minus button and do a triple attack doing a lot of damage. And in the case of this one, it would hit all the enemies and do a bunch of damage. It's really cool, and depending which party members you're in, changes the attack. Because you do get a few characters in this game, so you can customize the party the way you want. And some things they did here is you can hit the Y button to bring up your special moves, so you can do healing. So if I wanted to, I could just go start healing. And then you have X, you can pull out your items. You have these items, you'll get these flower tabs and flower boxes to increase your flower points. A little tip, wait till you've used a bit of your flower points up and then use them, because not only will it increase it by 1 or whatever number, it will also refill all your flower points. So you can't use them in battle, these items, but once you're outside of battles, you can use them. Now, something they added to this remake is the breezy mode. But as you saw here, I just got this once again. Randomly, you get these little bonuses in battle, where you can get, once again, defense up, attack up, max health. So it's a really cool little mechanic. But they also have added the breezy mode, as I was starting to say, that you can just switch on a dime. Just go. It lets you know you can carry fewer items than normal. So yeah, you can't stack as many items, but in breezy mode, you do a little bit more damage. Enemies take do a little less damage. But one of the notable things is you have more time for the timed hits. As you saw there, sometimes when I've been pulling them off while I've been doing spread damage and stuff like that, if you time hits well, you can do extra better damage and do the spread damage. But also you can do it for blocks and take no damage or reduce the amount of damage you're taking. It's a really cool system. But if you're on breezy, you get more time with it, which is nice. But because I want the kind of harder challenge, quote unquote, on this, I'd have breezy off. But I'm in an area where these enemies are quite weak. One of the cool things is they incorporate stuff from the Mario world. You'll find in little chests, as you saw when I was in the Mushroom Kingdom. You can find them, pop them, jump into them, and they'll give you the star. You can run around, run into the enemies, and you'll knock them out, and you'll get the EXP and coins like if you would have battled them. So it's a neat thing. So if there's a bunch of enemies and you don't feel like battling them, and you get one of those star chests there, you can just do that. So, and they added this cool mechanic of going straight to the world map whenever I want to. Overall, I can honestly say if you've played the original and you want to replay this game, the remake is great to jump into. Even if you haven't played it, you're seeing this and you want to try this as Mario's first RPG. This was the first one back on the good old Super Nintendo. I say definitely pick this up. You can tell they did this right. They updated the graphics, did small tweakings to quality of life to help and improve things, as well as giving more, giving a little bit more for those that if this is going to be your first RPG, to make it easier for you to get in. But this game is not too difficult. So I highly recommend this game, and I'd love to hear from you, everyone, in the comment section. Is this a game you're thinking of picking up? Have you already picked it up? Did you play the original? Have you played the remake? What did you think? So I'd love to hear from everyone. This is Burlyman Gaming. Hope to see y'all next time. Bye!